Hi, welcome to STEAM Kids Virtual Classroom at the Colorado Model Railroad Museum. I'm Museum Director Michelle Kempema, and with me I have Peter Romero, science geek extraordinaire.
Hello. Glad to be here today, Michelle.
Thanks for coming.
So we're talking again about Mars, and especially the Mars Perseverance rover, which is on its way there, scheduled to arrive
on February 18th.
Yes.
Very exciting.
Yeah, so today we're going to be talking about how we actually explore Mars and how do we know about Mars? Like, what are we doing to research it and know about it?
Right.
So, Michelle, would you like to tell us about some of the instruments that we've set up to Mars?
Yes, I absolutely loved learning about the rovers, and I honestly had not really learned about them until we were starting this lesson, and I thought it was really exciting. So there's actually 4 rovers already on Mars. And what's a rover? It's a machine that we sent from Earth to Mars, and it sends back information to us and still communicating. So the first one we sent was in 1997.
Long time ago.
That was a long time ago. Kids born in 97 are in college or beyond. Beyond college now, yeah. So it was the size of a microwave. So in your kitchen, think of your microwave. So it was about that big. And they sent it off into space on a rocket, and it had a landing gear that was padded. So it kind of bounced until it landed.
Interesting.
And then it's been driving around.
And it's still up there.
His name is Sojourner. Sojourner was the very first one. And so then the next one was actually 2 sent at the same time. So we think of them as like twins, and their name is Spirit and Opportunity. And these cards are also found on the NASA website if you want to do a little more research on them.
Yeah.
I thought it was interesting. This one weighs 374 pounds, where Sojourner, remember the microwave, weighed 23 pounds. So that's like a small dog.
Yeah.
Yeah, so they're getting a little bigger. So these 2 were designed to roam around Mars and look for water. So most of the experiments that Spirit and Opportunity have done are looking for water, and they landed on opposite sides of the planet.
Oh, cool.
Now they had to be really specific about where to land these because they have small wheels. And so they have to be able to move. So they didn't want to land them in a boulder pile or on the side of a mountain. So they had to think of valleys and places they could land them and drive them. So this one was sent in 2004. So 1997 to 2004. And then in 2012, Curiosity landed. Curiosity is the size of a small SUV.
Getting bigger.
Getting a lot bigger.
Each one gets bigger.
Yeah, almost 2,000 pounds. Still moves very slow. They don't even really do 1 mile an hour.
I know, look, it's like 0.09.
0.09 miles per hour. So they move very, very slow. Curiosity can cover 660 feet a day. And that's 24 hours of moving very slow.
Like you probably wouldn't even see it moving.
It seems like it, huh? So Curiosity also went to study water, but went to study what was water like in the past on Mars. Was there water? Would there be water today? And also just looking towards, could humans live there, kind of thing. So
because water is really important if you want to send humans anywhere.
That's correct. So Curiosity has a way to dig and to the ground to see what's underneath the layers, kind of like our experiment last week.
Yeah.
Then the one that's on its way, it's going to land in February 18th of 2021, is Perseverance. Perseverance is bigger than Curiosity, but kind of similar in style if you look at them. Other than Perseverance is much more rugged for terrain. Perseverance has a big camera attachment on it and has a helicopter.
Now, why do they keep sending more? Why don't they just use Sojourner? Or why don't they just use these 2?
Well, think about how has technology changed since 1997 to today.
It has changed. Well, and another thing is I think maybe their batteries have run down.
That's possible, yes.
So we can't communicate with them anymore.
Yes, and that will happen. So Perseverance, it launched in 2018, I think?
No,
2019.
2020.
July
30th, 2020.
That's correct. So it hasn't even been a year for it to get there.
It takes about 6.5 months to get to Mars.
That's correct.
Yep.
So Perseverance is the one that's coming and looking for signs of past life, possible life, and could humans live there? So I think it's pretty exciting.
It is.
So how did these get there? What does it take to get to Mars?
Well, it takes a lot of planning to get to Mars because there's a couple of reasons. First of all, if you think about the Earth and Mars, we see our solar system diagrams. You've got the Earth here and Mars is right here. That is not very realistic. Let's take this as an example. Okay, we used these last week. let's imagine that this blue puffball is the Earth, and this is Mars. Now this is shrunk down about 500 million times of their actual size.
500 million? 500
million times.
So we like scale here at the museum,
Yeah.
and we've only shrunk 87 times to put you in this layout.
So picture that this is the Earth and this is Mars. How far away from the Earth do you think Mars is, Michelle?
Oh boy, maybe down here.
Nope, a little further.
Really? Here?
Nope, it's even further. Actually, you would have to go over half a mile away.
Oh, so I'd have to cross Greeley.
You'd have to go like five blocks away from here.
Wow.
With that tiny little, so
With this scale.
Picture like trying to take a pellet gun and shoot Mars from 5 blocks away when it's that size. That's the amount of precision that we have to get there.
Wow.
And so we have to do a lot of math to figure out the way it's orbiting and the way the Earth is orbiting, because they're both moving at different rates around the sun.
And they're in different places because they go like this around the
orbits.
sun.
Yeah.
And we learned that a year for Mars to go around is
687 days.
Yeah.
So it's about
we have
88% longer than our year.
687.
Yeah, so like you picture if this was the sun, you've got them both moving. The Earth is kind of moving faster, Mars is moving slow back here. So you've got I made this activity for you guys. It's going to be linked in the YouTube comments. Kind of shows the path that the Perseverance lander will be taking to reach Mars. And what's interesting too is if you just took your rocket and you looked up at the sky and you pointed it at Mars and you launched it, you'd miss.
You would completely miss Mars.
Because Mars is moving and the Earth is moving too. So you've got to be able to anticipate where Mars is going to be 6.5 months later when this thing makes it there.
Yeah.
So we're going to do an activity now that kind of demonstrates that.
Yep. So we're going to get up and film it. So we're going to cut for just a second. But I want to tell you that we were given these amazing, awesome sunglasses to help us with the radiation in space from Space Camp. So something else that you could look at is Space Camp. If you love space and you find that you love these lessons, you should look at going to Space Camp.
Spacecamp.com. So here we are. We're about to do our activity, which is on the back of your flyer. So grab a friend.
That's me.
And one of you is going to be the Perseverance rover. That will be me. And one of you is going to be Mars.
Mars.
So just take a couple steps apart.
Okay.
Face each other, like maybe go out in the backyard and do this.
Okay.
And then Mars is going to take a turn to the left.
Okay.
And then when I say start, we're both going to start walking. Now I'm going to point my rocket directly at Mars and start. And she's going to be orbiting in that direction. So ready? Start. Oh no! What happened?
Oh no!
I totally missed Mars.
You missed Mars, I'm over here.
But I pointed straight at you. Why didn't it work?
Why didn't it work?
Because Mars is moving.
Right.
So let's try it again.
Okay.
And this time, I'm going to actually change my trajectory to where you're going to be in the future. Ready?
Okay, ready.
All right, and start.
And you landed.
Yeah. So that's just a kind of a neat little demonstration.
Takes a lot of math and science to make this happen, though.
A lot.
A lot. That was a really cool experiment, Peter.
Thank you.
Thanks for setting that up.
No problem.
That'll be fun. Kids can do that at home pretty easy.
Mm-hmm.
You could find a marble or something small to be your Mars.
Blue and red marbles.
Yeah. So also online, you'll find a link to the coloring pages for both Curiosity and Perseverance and what they look like. So you can download these and color them. And I forgot to tell you one other thing you can find online is the size of the wheels between Sojourner, Spirit and Opportunity, and Curiosity. And Perseverance's wheels are even bigger. But look at this as a basketball. Mm-hmm. So when you look at scale, this is the scale of the wheels. So that's how they can move very, very slowly across the planet. But we hope you enjoyed this lesson and go online and learn a little bit more about each of these rovers. And
try some of these activities yourself at home. And we'll see you next week.
See you next week.
Bye.